This video provides important hazard awareness information to men and women trained to conduct flagging operations in roadway work zones. It is designed as a refresher training to those already qualified as flaggers or to supplement other flagger courses. Each year, approximately 20 flaggers are killed by motorists or construction equipment. Many more are injured or just escape injury when they are found in hazardous situations. There are 6 fundamental procedures you need to understand and remember to stay safe when performing flagging operations. Know how to give the correct signals to motorists. Know what to wear to be seen by drivers. Understand where traffic signs and control devices should be placed to alert drivers they are about to receive directions from you. Understand how long it takes a vehicle to slow down once they see you. Ensure you have an escape route if they don't slow down. Use good flagging practices so you are fully aware of your surroundings and focused on traffic or other hazards. Make sure you are fully trained as a flagger through a recognized, accepted program. Let's talk about each one of these procedures in a little more detail. Know how to give correct signals to drivers. This is the most fundamental element of flagging. To keep motorists, co-workers, and yourself safe, you must know how to give clear, precise directions. Many of these procedures are specified in the Federal Manual on Uniform Traffic Control Devices, or MUTCD. Your state or local jurisdiction may use its own version of this manual, but it will be substantially the same. Your primary traffic control device is a stop-slow paddle. The sign must meet federal standards. When speeds are 45 miles an hour or greater, the sign must be 24 inches wide. The stop face must have white letters and a white border on a red background. The slow face must have black letters and a black border on an orange background. When flagging at night, the paddle must be made of retroreflective material. Most stop-slow paddles are 6 feet tall. Hand paddles are also used in some situations. Check your local requirements. For emergencies only, flaggers may use red or fluorescent orange-red flags. They must be 24 inches square and securely fastened to a staff that is approximately 36 inches long. The free edge of a flag should be weighted, so the flag will hang vertically even in heavy winds. When used at nighttime, flags must be made of a red retroreflective material. The signal to stop traffic is made by holding the paddle in the hand closest to the road and turning it so the stop sign is facing traffic. The other hand is raised to shoulder height, arm extended, palm forward, careful not to block eye contact with the motorist. This signal is made when you are standing on the shoulder of the roadway or outside the traffic lane. Stand on the shoulder of the road next to the lane of traffic being controlled. Once traffic stops, you may move into the traffic lane and place a cone or other device on the pavement. It's best to wait for 2 or more cars to stop before entering the roadway to avoid hazards that should be there in case of a rear-end crash. Only stand in the lane if absolutely necessary. Otherwise, move back in the shoulder of the road. A cone or device should be placed to block the open traffic lane when performing a 2-flagger operation. Never cross the center line, and continuously check over your shoulder, always being aware of traffic. To allow traffic to begin moving, pick up your traffic control device and move away from the traffic lane, keeping the side stop of the paddle facing traffic. When removing the traffic control device, maintain eye contact with the motorist. Once you are clear of the traffic lane, turn the slow side of the paddle to face traffic and signal by sweeping your left arm across your body, indicating the direction for traffic to move. To maintain slow traffic speeds, or tell the motorist to slow down, keep the slow side of the paddle facing traffic, and raise and lower the left hand in a patting motion. This is a slow motion to prevent confusing the motorist. If a fast motion is used, the traffic may speed up instead of maintaining a slow pace. When using a flag to direct traffic in emergency situations, the procedures are similar to those using a paddle. To stop traffic, raise the arm closest to traffic to shoulder height, holding the flag out to the side so the square fabric is facing traffic. The flag should not cross the shoulder. The other arm is extended forward, raised to shoulder height with the palm facing traffic. To allow traffic to move forward, lower the flag by dropping the arm to your side, and sweep the other arm across your body, indicating the direction for traffic to move. If you are using multiple flaggers in an operation, there must be a means for them to communicate with one another, using sight signals, radios, or other means. The key elements of flagging with multiple people is to ensure traffic is completely stopped in one direction, and the flagger is clear of the traffic lane, before letting traffic from the other direction begin to move through the open lane. Flagging can be tricky, especially during multiple flagger operations and emergency flagging. Safe flagging requires practice and live, hands-on training. Know what to wear to be seen by drivers. The key point is that flaggers are part of a traffic management plan and must be seen and recognized as such. Again, the MUTCD, or your local variation of that document, contains regulations and recommendations for flagger apparel. The technical requirements for flagger clothing are found in the ANSI ISEA 107 standard. What you need to know is your vest has a tag certifying it meets requirements for ANSI ISEA 107 Class 2 or Class 3. Class 3 is highly recommended for night work or during inclement weather. Retroreflective headwear is also important for visibility. The vest or pant background material color must be fluorescent orange-red, fluorescent yellow-green, or a combination of the two. The retroreflective tape must be orange, yellow, white, silver, yellow-green, or a fluorescent version of these colors, and must be visible at a minimum distance of 1,000 feet. The garment must be designed to clearly identify the wearer as a person. A Class 2 vest can be converted into a Class 3 garment by adding pants, which also comply with the standard. ANSI ISEA Class 1 or unrated garments are never appropriate for flagging operations. Of course, you can go beyond the minimum standards by adding a high visibility hat, armbands, or other supplements. Remember, your basic garment must meet the 107 standard. When choosing which color of vest or garment to wear, consider the surroundings. If you're near a lot of orange cones, barrels, equipment, and etc., wear fluorescent yellow-green to stand out. If you're near trees or other green foliage, wear fluorescent orange-red. You do not need to change clothes just because your conditions change. This is merely a guideline. Understand where traffic signs and control devices should be placed to alert drivers they are about to receive directions from you. The key to good traffic control and flagging is to make sure motorists are not surprised by changes in road conditions. To warn and inform motorists you are waiting ahead to give them directions, there should be advanced warning signs. These signs alert traffic there is a change in the road conditions ahead and give specific distances as to when they should expect to see you. The placement of these signs should be overseen by a competent person or someone who is trained in temporary traffic control planning. You simply need to know they should be there, and they should be placed by someone who knows where and how to arrange them. Understand how long it takes a vehicle to slow down once they see you, and ensure you have an escape route if they don't slow down. The reason you need to make sure advanced warning signs are in place is because the stop braking distance required for traffic to slow down. A car traveling at 55 miles per hour needs 495 feet to stop. That's more than 1.5 football fields. If drivers are not expecting to see you, they may not have time to stop when they see your paddle. In some cases, drivers are distracted or not paying attention. In all cases, you need to have a plan and an escape route to get out of the way if you notice a vehicle approaching that is not slowing down. Make sure there's a path, barricade, or location to which you can go quickly if you see a hazard approaching. Use good flagging practices to ensure you are fully aware of your surroundings and focused on traffic or other hazards which may exist. Safe flaggers must know much more than turning the paddle at the correct time and using proper hand signals. These are only the beginning. Here are a few more important procedures. Always stand on the shoulder and in clear view to the motorists. Never set up a flagging station just over the rise of a hill, in the shade of a tree, or near other workers and equipment. You must stand out from your surroundings. Always face traffic. Don't become distracted by the work going on behind you, pedestrians, or anything else that takes your attention away from your task. Use clear commanding hand signals. Your signals should indicate you know what you are doing and are confident in your decisions. Pedestrians and other road users must comply with the flagger's signals. Don't be lazy or sloppy, or motorists will become confused. Be alert. Sometimes flagging can be tedious, especially if traffic is light. You must stay focused and alert because conditions can change instantly. If you are not in command, you, your fellow workers or drivers could be injured or killed. Always stand at your station. Never leave it until you are relieved or the operation is completed. If you need a break, need to eat lunch, or even leave at the end of your shift, someone needs to take your place. Never leave your station unattended. Check to make sure there's someone on the crew who can fill in for you should you need to leave your post, even for a few minutes. And be sure to remove your flagger ahead sign at the end of your shift. Make sure you have a way to communicate with your supervisor and other members of the crew. If someone fails to heed your warnings, you need to let somebody know. If you need assistance, you need a way to reach someone. Communication is an essential part of flagging. While you must be able to communicate with your coworkers, you should not communicate with friends, family, or others while flagging. Distracted flagging is just as dangerous as distracted driving. Never use personal phones, iPods, music radios, or other devices that will distract you from your job. Stand alone. Other members of the crew should not stand or work near you or at your flagging station. Multiple bodies will confuse drivers, or they may think they're looking at a crew of workers and not notice you as a flagger. In all cases, you must be seen clearly. Treat motorists courteously. Often, drivers will be frustrated if the work activity is slowing traffic. They may express their frustration to a flagger because you're the one person on the crew assigned to communicate with them. Drivers may be abusive or even throw objects at you. Be courteous and respectful. If a driver acts inappropriately, take down his license number and alert authorities and your supervisor. Don't let them make you angry or distract you from important responsibilities. The safety of many people hinges on your ability to stay cool and do your job effectively. As a flagger, you serve in your role as the company's public relations representative. Be professional. Make sure you are fully trained as a flagger through a recognized, accepted program. It is important to know there is not a standard flagger training program that is accepted or required by every jurisdiction. Requirements vary from state to state. Even some cities and counties have their own training requirements. Some require a certified program, some accept only specified instructors, others have basic requirements. It is your employer's responsibility to make sure you have received the proper training to do your job effectively and safely. It is your responsibility to speak up if you are unsure about a task you are assigned. Ask questions. Seek out information. Most important, if you don't feel you have the training to safely perform your flagging duties, let someone know. Many lives are depending on you. Let's take a moment to review the 6 steps to safe flagging. Know how to give the correct signals to motorists. These are specific signals and devices that must be used when flagging. Know what to wear to be seen by drivers. Make sure your vest is labeled with a tag certifying it meets the ANSI ISEA 107 standards as a Class 2 or 3 garment. Understand where traffic signs and control devices should be placed to alert drivers they are about to receive directions from you. Make sure there are signs properly placed to alert drivers you are waiting to give instruction. Understand how long it takes a vehicle to slow down once they see you and ensure you have an escape route if they don't slow down. It takes time and distance for vehicles to stop. Make sure they have sufficient warning to stop in time. Be prepared to escape if they fail to slow down. Use good flagging practices to ensure you are fully aware of your surroundings and focused on traffic or other hazards which may exist. Don't be distracted by people, activities, or devices. Focus on your job. Make sure you are fully trained as a flagger through a recognized, accepted program. Each jurisdiction has its own requirements. A listing of flagger training requirements can be found on the website of the National Work Zone Safety Information Clearinghouse. Visit the clearinghouse at www.workzonesafety.org. Flagging can be one of the most important jobs in the crew to ensure everyone using the roadway is safe. Flaggers are very important, but also very vulnerable to injuries if they don't follow the basic safety rules. Stay safe and always follow the 6 flagger fundamentals.